Hi everyone.
Hello.
I'm Myrto.
I'm Spyros.
And today we're playing Hacienda, the 2026 edition by Pandasaurus Games. We haven't played any of the previous versions, so this is a game that's actually new to us, and that's how we will present it here today as well. Those of you who have played before will probably spot the differences or the similarities to the previous editions. So, let's see what we have here. First of all, we have a main board here, on which we will both play land markers and animal markers. We have our own right here. I will explain more about those. And this is a modular setup. All of these are separate tiles that we have placed according to the setup rules. Just a small note, we are not 100% sure that the setup is 100% correct, because in the setup it says that we should align the board so that the red circles face the central board, but this tile is shown to be placed like so, while the red dot is up here. So we're not 100% sure if it was supposed to be placed like this or like this, so that the red dot faces the central board. We chose to go with the diagram and place it like so. It doesn't make any difference to the rules, so in any case you should be able to see how the game plays regardless of the correct or incorrect setup. Apart from those tiles, we also have some water tiles on the board because they have the water icon underneath them, and some extra water tiles that we will be able to place during the game if we choose to. We have a scoring board with the scoring conditions as well, and a deck of cards. Some tokens here as well, and each one of us has animal and land tokens. There are 6 types of six land types in the game, and 4 different types of animals. The cards, actually there is a deck of 100 cards within the game, and for 2 players we only play with 50 of them, so I'll bring the other 50 to show you about what they look like. So each card has an animal in the center and a land type in the border. So each one of those, the gray, the beige color, the green, blue and black and so on, corresponds to a different type of land. So each card has an animal and a land type. We will play with those cards in our hands. We have a deck here, a common discard pile that will be created right here, and then a queue down here, which is kind of a display from which you can take cards in your hands. There are also some cards that are wild for animals and they don't have a land type, and then there are some cards that are wild for lands. I hope we have one here. Otherwise, they're all in the game, maybe.
Nice.
Now we have some information that we shouldn't have.
Yes.
We will show you during the game, I guess. And yeah, so we have, each one of us has 6 cards in our hands right now, and during the game we will be taking more. And if we play a pair of cards that have the same animal, we can play one of those animals on the board. If we play 2 cards that share the same type of terrain, we can play this one land marker on this type of terrain. If we play cards that have both the same animal and the same terrain, we play both the animal and the land marker, but it counts as 2 actions. Each player on their turn can play up to 3 actions, so you either go 1 action at a time, or you play cards that match and consume 2 actions at the same time, this way. Why we do that, though? We want to do that to gather points, obviously, and we score twice throughout the game. Once, when the deck runs out, we make sure that each player has had the same number of turns before we do that. We finish the round and then score. And then the second time we score when the deck runs out for the second time, and that's the end of the game. Whoever has the most points wins. Rules about placing land markers and animal tokens. First of all, as I said, the land markers have to be placed on the terrain that the pair of cards shows, and technically they can be placed anywhere on the map. If you play land cards that show pampas grass, which is the beige, the majority of the board, you cannot do this if you don't already have a land marker on the board, and if you have one, you have to place the land marker on the pampas grass, touching adjacent to the land marker you already have. If you have more than one, you choose wherever you want to go, but you have to place it next to a land marker you already have on the board. As far as animals go, you take the corresponding animal and you place it on a hexagonal space adjacent to a land marker that you already own. If there is already an animal of the same type on the board, you have to keep growing the pack. So if I already have a, what's the name of this, guanacos on the board, each guanacos after that has to be placed adjacent to the ones I already have to create a single pack. And only if that can't happen because I'm cornered, I can go elsewhere and place a new pack right next to a land marker I already own.
Yes.
Now, I think that's pretty much the actions you can do throughout the game. I said we have up to 3 actions in our turn. One of them is to take a card, either from the queue or from the top of the deck. An action, you take a card. The second one is to play cards from your hand, a pair of cards, either, as I explained before, to place animals and land markers on the board. And then we have an action that you can play 4 different types of animals. So you play 4 cards from the hand, each one with a different animal type in them, and you play them in the queue. You don't discard them as we usually do when we play cards. To take a water tile and place it anywhere on the board. Water tiles score land markers and animal tokens that are next to a water tile score points, both the first time and the second time. So placing a water tile in a way that would be next to a lot of your tokens would give you points. And you also take I don't remember the exact name, sorry, a wildlife reserve token, which are these ones. They are quite similar, I'll explain the others as well, which you can later in the game or in the same turn, but you use an action to place somewhere on top of one of your land tokens, and for that chain you draw 1 card from the top of the deck for each land marker that forms a chain. So let me show you with an example. If I had land markers in a way like that, I would place it here and I would draw 2 cards. If the land markers went like that, the chain is 4 land markers, so I would draw 4 cards. And then the token remains there. I don't think... you cannot place a wildlife reserve token on a chain of land markers that already has one on it.
That's why it stays there.
Yeah. And then the final action is to play 6 cards from your hands in the queue with the 6 different types of terrain, of land. And then you take a viewing platform, a viewing platform token, and place it on any one of your tokens. That viewing platform will score points both at the middle of the game and at the end of the game for each of your tokens that is connected to the token you've placed the token on. So you may score a lot of points because both animals and land markers count for that. And I think with that we've also established the scoring conditions apart from, what you were about to say?
And those...
Yes. If you place an animal next to one of those spaces, the visitor centers, you draw 2 cards. You cannot place an animal on top of it. You just go around and draw 2 cards every time you place an animal next to a visitor center. Apart from that, during the scoring phases, depending on how many of the viewing centers you have connected to your own network, let's say, you gain points which are shown there. And finally, for each chain of land markers that are at least 3 in a row, you score 2 points for each land marker in a chain. Okay, so these are the 4 scoring conditions. The visitor centers, tokens that are next to water tiles, 2 points for each land marker that is in a chain of at least 3 land markers, and then the viewing platforms, 1 point for each token of any type that is in that chain. And that's pretty much everything. I think we've covered everything,
yes.
so that's a full how to play technically. But just keep in mind, that's information. You can turn the tiles on the other side and get some special visitor centers that give special actions instead of just giving you 2 cards. And you have different setups for the map in the variant play, but we play the basic version here today. And it can go up to 5 players. I think it's 2 to 5 players.
Yes.
But today
No
we're
solo.
playing with just 2.
No solo.
Yeah, it doesn't have a solo mode indeed. And depending on how many players there are in the game, you increase the size of the deck that is.
And the map is bigger.
That's true. We also have some extra tiles. They're too far away to bring them now, but they are similar to those, and you increase the size of the map and the size of the deck to play with more players. Yes?
Okay.
Okay, ready to start? We start with 6 cards each in our hands, and you can go first since we finished the how to play.
That's good.
Is it? I always lose. I don't think it's a matter of who goes first.
Okay.
3 actions.
3 actions. Okay. I will take this animal.
Yes, the guanacos. It's the
guanacos.
only animal that we forget how it's
Yes.
called. I'll put the rulebook up there just in case we can. No, it doesn't work like that. Anyway, keep going. Sorry, you took your first action. There we go.
Okay. So I took this card, the guanacos, and I will play both cards.
Yes, the
that
pair of
have-
cards.
Pair of cards that they have the same terrain and the same animal.
Yes.
So it counts like 2 actions.
And the terrain is hills, the black terrain.
Yes.
So it counts, yes, 2 actions.
So I will place my terrain in hill space.
There are plenty of those around the board. I don't know if they're visible on camera, but I'll show you some. Over there,
Okay.
up there.
I will place it here.
Okay.
And then I will place
The guanacos.
here next to the water tile.
Yeah, which will score you 1 point both times, both scoring phases.
Yes. So
You did your 3 actions.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I think that I'll do something similar. Well, no, I'll take a card from the deck first, actually, to test my luck, which was not very... Okay, and then I'll play these 2 cards to place... they are only the same terrain type, land type, which is... what is the gray? Okay, never mind. The black one was the meadow.
Yes.
Yes, and the gray one is the hills.
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay, so in a space with hills, and I will start... where's the final water space? There. Wow.
And one here.
Yeah. Should I start down here? No, I don't like it. Actually, yes. Actually, no. Actually, yes. I'll start down here. Okay.
Okay.
And with the... we don't know if the setup is correct, but it's okay. And then I will, for my 3rd action, I'll play these 2 cards, which is a guanacos and a wild guard for another guanacos, and play one of those like so.
Okay. I think I can do a dual pair action. So I will take 1 card. This is no match. 2nd card. Okay, and 3rd deck.
Okay. Me too. 1. 2. Oh. Okay. I'll draw another one and we'll... Oh, actually, yeah, I will, and we'll see next time.
I managed to find a pair.
Oh, nice. That's 2 actions.
Yes, that's a jaguar, I think.
No, a puma. A jaguar. You win. The front page says pumas, and page 4 says jaguars.
Okay, it's
So-
a puma jaguar.
Yes, probably.
So I will place 1 land marker
Are they
here.
the same thing?
Yes,
Are we
probably.
embarrassing
Yes,
ourselves?
it's the same thing. Yes, yes, of course. And the puma jaguar there.
Okay.
So I will take another card for the third action.
Yes. Okay. I will take this card
Okay.
for one action, and the second action will be to play another Guanacos right here. Yes. They're large animals, as you can see. Yeah, I could place them on the side. And take two cards from the deck. That's not from the queue, that's from the deck. And then, you know what?
This is a bonus action, free.
Yes, that's what you gain from placing an animal next to a visiting center.
Yes.
We said? Yes. And then I'll play the two wild land cards, which are those, to place a land marker on the mountains here. The land markers next to visiting centers do not give cards. Okay. It's only from the animal tokens. But if you connect those, you get points. So yeah.
Okay.
And that was my 3 actions.
I think I will play these jaguars with different land.
Okay.
Where are you? Here. So I can get 2 free cards.
Yeah.
So it's 1 action. And then no pair. Okay. Let's take that as a second action. So we replenish the queue.
Yes. Yes, that's what I forgot. The queue is only replenished when it completely empties.
And I will take that as a third action. Capybara.
Okay. I think then I will play these for an armadillo next to a visitor center to get the 2 cards. And then I'll play the pampas grass. Did I? Yes. To place 1 marker here.
Nice.
So now I have a chain of 3 at least. And I'll draw a card from the deck for my third action. So that's 3.
Okay. I think I will do the action with 6 lands.
Ooh.
I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes.
Early on. But these go into the queue.
Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. So you take a viewing platform and you place it on one of your tokens.
Here.
I think it's any token. Is it an animal token? On any chain, yeah. On any chain, yeah.
Okay. So that's...
But you cannot have 2 viewing platforms in the same chain. Only one of them will score anyway if you connect the chains later or whatever.
What action was that?
Your first one, I think.
No. I got 1, I did replenish 3.
That was the previous time.
Okay.
Yes.
Εντάξει. Okay.
I think so.
Okay, so I have another 2 actions?
I think so.
Okay. Yes. 1 card from the deck. Nice. And another one.
Okay. So, what did you leave here?
Too many.
I don't like them that much. I'll take, I'm playing, whatever, I'll take this for 1 action, play the pampas for the second action right here, and for the third action, I will play a puma, maybe, right up here.
Nice, expanding.
Yeah, but I don't know to what end.
We'll see.
Yeah, as always.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 action from dual armadillo. And I think I will place one here, just in case I do the triple
Yeah,
chain. But I have only one slot to place the armadillo.
Next to a land, yeah.
Here.
Okay.
2 actions.
Yes.
Then I need this one.
Okay. I'll draw a card from the deck. 1, 2, 3. Place this here to get 2 cards.
Okay. The deck is running out.
That's true, and you'll score a bunch of points and I will score none.
I will get this one for the land for 1 action. Second action, place the land.
A lot of pairs. Yeah.
Here. And
it wasn't the same.
No.
I thought it was the same animal
No,
as
no.
well. Okay.
and then I will try to get some cards and close to the water tile. So I will place a guanaco here.
You get 2 cards as well, which is awesome.
Third action.
Okay. I'll take the puma, play it for my second action here to get the 2 cards. And then I have another action. I'll take this one.
Okay. First action, second, and third.
Okay. 1. 2. 2. The deck will run out. Did you played first though? So
Yes.
even if you, okay, so I'll risk 1 more.
Okay.
Okay, because I'll play again anyway before the scoring. Okay.
Done?
So it's your turn. Yeah, I drew
Okay.
3 cards.
I will play this capybara on the ice, and with this one, it's 1 and 2 actions, 3 actions.
Yes.
And I will try to mess things around and come to you here
You.
and here.
It will get eaten.
If you
It's the rule of the jungle.
maybe.
Is that how you go about it then?
That's the rule of the
Is
jungle.
that 2 cards? No.
You can take that one.
Yeah, no, I needed another land type. I can still risk it though. And then just play 1 action. Sure.
In
So
all
that
games
was-
we have played, I have never draw a wild land.
I don't like the wilds because they don't pair well.
Now
But
you're
now
not
I
happy.
liked it. Okay, so my third action is 1. Let's see what I have.
You
2.
must find the 6 lands
Yes.
in the last round.
Well, that's what I was trying to do.
Nice.
So that's 2.
Yes.
And then 3. 4.
Yes.
4. And I need one of those.
5.
5. Which one? The white. I'm missing the white.
Yes.
There you go. 6.
Nice, nice.
Okay, so I take a viewing platform and place it anywhere there. So that was a lot of points now for my final.
Okay.
And you played first, so you don't play again.
Yes.
Oops. It's when the deck runs out, right? When the action deck is depleted. Yeah. So we reshuffle the deck though to have cards drop from. Yeah, you're better at this than I am. Do you want me to do this?
No.
Okay. We finished the round, which we did because I was the last player, and then we score. So first we score for the different visitor centers we have connected, and I have connected 1, 2, 3. So for 3 of them, I get 6 points.
You have destroyed me in the last round.
Yeah, that was a very good...
6 points?
Yes. You'll
Yeah.
get points from the water, which I don't know.
6, okay.
Yes. And you get 1.
Nice.
For 1 visitor center. Then for the water, I don't have any.
Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
6.
Total. Okay. The land chains, I have 1 chain which is over 3 tokens long, so I get 2 points for each one of them, which is 8 points.
Okay, 14. And I have one with a 3 chain, so 6 points.
Okay. And then we have the viewing platform, which give 1 point for both animal and the land tokens that are connected. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10, okay. 14, 24. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 21.
Okay. Okay. That saved me.
Yes.
Okay. And now we keep going.
Okay.
You play.
I will play. Let me see. Oh, there are 2 of the same.
Yes.
But I need to play one now. And I can take both of them and play them. So I will mess you. I will take this one.
Again.
1 action.
Yes.
And second action, place
Yes,
this
of
one
course.
here.
You.
Block you.
Well, it didn't work the first time.
And get 2 cards.
Yes.
And with the third action, let's see if we can find any pairs. Oh. Okay, okay. I will take this one.
Okay. I will get this and play the land.
So 3 actions?
No, it's just the land.
Ah, just land. Okay.
Yeah. Land marker here. And 1 more action. I'll get this.
Okay. It's a free land here. Nice. Okay. 1. Second action.
Yes.
Green. Here.
Get out of my corner.
And with the third action, this one.
Okay.
No.
So, do I do that?
I need too many forests, and I think there are not much in the game.
In the deck.
In the deck,
Yeah,
yes.
I don't remember such things. 1. Two for the armadillo here to get 2 cards. Great. And 3 for the pampas grass landmarker
The discard pile is extended.
here.
Extending.
Expanding.
Expanding.
Yes. Okay. 3 actions.
3 actions. And we have there nothing useful. Okay. So, first action. Let's see. Maybe? No. Yes. Yes. Nice. Okay. Where? Maybe. Okay. And 2 actions, it's the same. 1 here. And the llama-like. Okay. Here, to get 2 cards.
Choose a water tile and place it on an empty pampas grass space or multiple space. Again, where is it? Okay. It's my turn.
Yes.
I'll draw this and do the water tile action
Nice.
with 1 of each animal, 4 cards.
Okay.
And I'll take a 2-sizer here and place it in here. It has to go on pampas grass tiles. I just noticed it, and it was good.
Smart.
And then I get the wildlife reserve on the same action. And my third action is to place it on this chain.
Nice.
And get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards.
Okay.
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Nice.
Mm-hmm. No.
I'm doing well.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You're good with animals. Okay, okay. Same animal, same terrain.
Nice.
2 actions.
Mm-hmm.
One here.
Mm-hmm.
And the puma. What is the puma? Here.
For 2 cards.
Yes.
And you have another action, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I need this forest.
Okay. I will place another land token on Pampas grass here. And then I'll take this card and play it with this one as my third action for a capybara, which I haven't placed yet. So I can place it here and take the 2 cards.
Nice.
And I have
Stop taking cards.
I have connected a fourth visitor center.
And I have 0. 2. I have 2. Okay, okay.
2 is good enough, and you're close here.
Okay, so I think I need to place a land here, a green one. The forest here.
It was the wild.
Yes.
Okay.
I found one. My first one. After
You
so
got
many
one.
games.
Ah, you played that.
Yes. And I think I will do this one again with the land. 2 different animals for the same land. Here.
Yeah, you connected the chain there. That's nice.
2 actions. And with my third action, this one goes there. Let's take the white.
Okay. I'll play my 2 pumas here for 2 cards. And then I'll get these with my second action, and the third action will be a capybara towards the water, I guess, to take the 2 cards. And yeah, that was 3.
Okay, first. Choices. Okay. I think I will place what is 3 points? Not so good. Okay. Second. And the third, this one.
Okay, 1. Do I want that? Yeah, let's do that. And 3 actions for an armadillo and a land marker. I can place the armadillo first, I think.
Yes,
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
say, right?
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay. So then I can place the land here. It won't be in a chain, in a single chain anyway, and it doesn't really matter. But then I need to
2 more
add
lands.
those, which I won't be doing. It's okay. It's fine. It gives 1 point from that anyway, and we'll see.
Double action.
Okay. For a puma and a... What's the blue? Marsh.
Here. And the puma is here.
For 2 cards.
For 2 cards. And I need to connect these 2 there. And I have... Okay, let's do that. As the third action. A puma and joker.
Yeah. Wild.
A wild. And connect this one here.
Yes. Okay. 1 action. Let's see first. 2 actions. Oh. Oh. Even if you finish the game, I still have a chance to play. So I will draw another card. What's that now? Okay, okay.
2 cards?
Yes.
Oh my god. I can't do it. That's so bad. Oh, I can place 1 land. Okay.
Good.
I will do this one here
Okay, for a pampas.
for a pampas, and I will place it there.
Okay. Ah, yes, of course. These are 6 points
It's
now.
1 action. And then, even if I find, I can do that. So let's place some animals. Okay, I will take 1 card for the second action, because I didn't have 2 pairs. And the third action, 1 armadillo here.
Okay. Well, whatever I do, it will end. So I'll draw my card first. 1. Okay, it doesn't matter. So yeah, 1. I'll do this because I don't want to consume my 2 actions for a gray land marker. Where is it? Here. And that for a blue.
Nice.
And that's 3
3
actions.
actions. Okay.
And in case we needed to draw more cards throughout the round or the turn, the deck would be reshuffled so that you can keep playing until everyone has had the same number of turns, and then you'd score anyway. So, scoring and game end.
Yes.
First, the visitor centers. Visitor centers, yes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And
For
that's
10 points.
Nice.
24, 34. And I have
1.
2.
Yeah, you didn't connect that after
Yes,
all.
that's what I'm trying to find the
I was
next
trying,
Puma.
Okay.
And it was this one here or here.
Yeah.
I just wanted 1 more round, I think. So 6 points. 2, so 3 points.
Yes.
24.
Okay. Then we have the water tiles.
Nice.
Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points here. I didn't reach the other one.
39, and I think I have surrounded, so 6 points.
Yes.
24, 30.
Then the land chains is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 2 is 14.
14.
And that's another 6 for 20 points.
Nice. 39, 59.
Yes. And you
I
have
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
12,
And 6.
18,
And 6.
24.
24. 54.
Wow. Okay. And then we have 1 for each point in the chain with the viewing platform, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How do I go about this? That's 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Okay. 80 points.
80 points. Okay, that's a lot,
Yes.
I think, for our standards
yes.
at least. And then,
I have linked these.
yeah, but not
So
those.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 4, 19. So,
It's confusing.
yes, it's like a snake.
Yeah.
6 and 13, 10, 23. Where is it? Not here. So, 73 to
How many
80.
did you have?
19 points. From
You
4?
were at the 4. I thought
Yes.
you were at the 5.
At
So
4.
you, yeah. Okay, that's close.
Yes.
Well
It
done.
was the last round that you got this.
The chain here.
And this one. You got the 10 points.
The first, yes,
first-
yes, that was
the half
lucky.
game, yes.
I tried to go for it, of course, but it was last minute, and I got lucky with a card.
And I lost 2 because I came
Yes.
here, but you had options, and I didn't change those.
Yeah, and I think when I was doing the same to you, I had the same thing happen to me. It wasn't worth it because you don't really close someone off. I mean, yeah, it took me a while to reach up here instead of going faster up there, maybe.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know if it's a big deal or not. And I guess, I don't know how much bigger the map feels with more players, because it is bigger, but is it bigger enough? Or do you start having interactions with other players because it is a bigger map? And the
It's a couple tiles.
Yeah, I don't know, how it will feel with more players. And the special visitor centers, it says specifically that some of them are more powerful than others, so you race against your opponents to access the powers that are beneficial to you. So maybe this makes it even more interactive.
Yes.
If you're going for a specific action, everyone is going for the same action, then maybe you have some action around the visitor center in any case.
And you can use the water as blocks.
Yeah, which is a weird concept because you give points to the other person if you place a water tile next to them, but then you can block them from expanding. Yeah.
Bigger chains.
Yeah. It has a lot of little nuances to explore, but yeah, a simple game in the sense of rules.
Yes.
But yeah, you can explore different strategies, and I'm guessing that it may play a lot differently with even more players.
Yes, true.
Up to 5 is a nice change as well, because there aren't many games that go up to 5 with, I don't know, enough strategy, so to speak. Yeah, there aren't many who choose to go up to 5, and the rounds go by fast with the 3 actions, so even with 5 players, I don't think that the downtime would be too much.
Probably.
Yeah, so that's it. That was Hacienda, the 2026 edition by Pandasaurus Games, and we hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up and let us know if we misinterpreted any rule or something, because we think we did everything right, but I want to recheck, and when I edit the video, the moment when we disagreed if you had played or not. But in any case, we still doubt these styles.
It was in my advantage.
Yeah, so even then,
I had 0 actions or 2 actions more, so
yeah, it's
you win.
okay anyway.
You won.
And we still doubt the positioning of this tile. It might have been like that, but yeah.
You don't have any change here.
That's true. And we don't know if this is a puma or a jaguar.
It's a puma jaguar.
It's a puma jaguar, yes. Yeah. We do more videos like those. We do playthroughs, unboxings, sometimes reviews and more. So subscribe if you're interested to watch more videos from us. And that's it. We hope to see you in the next one. Until then, bye.
Bye.